The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Cool Winds Farms, thestable.ca, and Midland Acres. Now let's go trackside for all the action.
Good evening. Welcome to Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association coverage of County Fair Racing. Tonight we're at night 2 of the Richland County Fair here in Mansfield, Ohio. My name is Jay Wolf, and I'm joined with Matt Clark. Matt, we're sitting on the banks of the 10,000 lakes in the infield. Heavy rain this morning, heavier rain this afternoon. So we want to thank everyone who's stuck with us. They pushed the post time back to 6:30. We will be going here shortly. Horses have been warming up for about 45 minutes, and the track actually looks fairly good. So excited to bring you the action here from the Home Talent Colt Stakes. 7 races tonight. We'll start with the 2-year-old Colt Trotters, a field of 6. Interestingly, in this field, we have 6 different sires represented in this first race. 2-year-old Colt Trot going for a purse of $11,867. We do have a couple of changes, but we'll tell those to you after we remind you that all the past performance pages are available free online at harnessracingohio.com. Look for the Richland County Fair, and there will be a link there to the past performance pages. It's a very cool evening here in Mansfield. Never thought I would be cold in the first week in August. Last year we were roasting. Last night it was very comfortable, and today it actually is a little cool. Looks like the rain delay has affected the attendance, but only slightly, so that's who have joined us tonight. We will have a starting gate tonight, and we will go 7 wide. So the 8-horse, which I don't even think we have an 8-horse field in tonight's event, will go. So everybody will be on the gate. No gentleman starts tonight, hopefully.
What's happening here?
It's never good when Matt Clark says, "Ooh, what is going on?" The first race, we do have 3 drivers changes. Are we still on, Matt?
Maybe.
You're showing on my laptop, so.
Always an adventure. I think we're okay. It might have got a little choppy there, and I apologize for that. We did seem to lose internet there briefly. We waited this long for these 7 races. We're getting them on the internet one way or another.
We are getting reports that the program pages aren't there, so I'm frantically trying to text the supervisors above us to see if they can pull some magic strings.
Boy, let's hope so. So, be a good time to take a look at the first race.
We do have 3 drivers changes here in the first. Jason Thompson will drive the 2, Strike It Ridge. Darren Harvey will pick up the assignment for Intense Storm, number 5. And Michael Spearman will get the catch drive on number 6, I'm Crazy.
I think we're okay. We're going to roll with it.
Well, my computer screen, the horses are moving, so
Okay.
that's always good.
Yeah, we're in good shape.
And I'm texting folks back in Columbus, hoping they can take care of the. We'd like to thank everyone who's checking in. Eaton, Ohio, Cheektowaga, hometown of Frank Froz. I'm sure there's a sign out front. Population X and home of Frank Froz. So.
Oh, there's your peanut guy.
I know. Now that I'm working,
Yeah.
I really can't eat peanuts. We have, looks like we have six on the track, but one's got a jog cart, so I don't think I'll include him. Looks like we have 5 of the 6 on the track. They do use the saddle pads, red, blue, white, green, black, yellow, pink for 7. So saddle pads are representative of their post position order. As I mentioned earlier, we will be scoring 7 wide here. So back to normal in Mansfield. Ayers Ratliff made the announcement that they are going to move this card right along. There's the bugle, so we'll head it up to Ayers Ratliff for the post parade here in the first.
Horses on the track, they're parading onward for the first race. 2-year-old Colt Trotters, a purse $11,867. 1 is Mindful Amos and Nick Clegg. 2, Strike It Ridge, driver change to Jason Thompson. 3, You Don't Fool Me, Rosie Weaver. 4 is Global's Glory, Don Irvin Jr. 5, Intense Storm, driver change Darren Harvey. And the 6, I'm Crazy, Mike Spearman in the sulky. Do note Jason Thompson on 2, Darren Harvey on 5, Mike Spearman on 6, no hobbles on 6.
So that's a brief introduction for the combatants here in race number 1. Number 1 is Mindful Amos. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Nick Clegg will get the assignment. 1 win in 11 starts. Last time out, made a brief bobble and stride in the at the start of the race, but still was on the lead at the half and was just collared by a length and a half at Lisbon on August 1st. Number 2 is Strike It Ridge. Jason Thompson will now get the assignment. Vanessa Henderson of Tennessee is the owner. Herman Hangerman is the owner. 0 for 4 this season, but does have 3 straight third-place finishes at Lisbon, Mount Vernon, and Hilliard. Number 3 is You Don't Fool Me. Rosie Weaver trains, drives for Heartland Acres. This one is also winless in 4, but does have a second-place finish in earnings of $3,564. Number 4, Global's Glory, also from the Rosie Weaver barn. This one's opened by Justin Irvine. Don Irvine Jr. will get the assignment. 0 for 3, was a second-place finisher last time out at Marysville, timed in 2:08. Number 5 is Intense Storm. Darren Harvey owns, trains, and drives. This one is 0 for 4 lifetime. Has a second place finish last time out at Lisbon. It timed in 2:14 and 4. And rounding out the field is I'm Crazy. Michael Spearman will now get the driving assignment. Herman Hagerman owns. Martin Yoder, Mount Eaton, Ohio. Winless in 4. For this 2-year-old Get a Son of Credit Fashion, was 5th place finish last time out at Bowling Green, timed in 2:10 and 4. So we have 5 of the 6 are winless, and the Betty Clegg trained Mindful Amos is the only one who has a win. As I mentioned, that win was 2:15 flat at Hilliard, Ohio. They were not messing around. They're going right to the gate, so we'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff for a call for the first.
One watching on their live broadcast, brought to you by the Ohio Harness Horsemen Association. You can get some J time, snuggle up with him for the next hour and a half or so. If you're watching from home, as they're at the top of the stretch. For the first race, it is 68 degrees. According to Darren Harvey, the track is squishy. They're at the top of the stretch. And here they come. They're off and trotting, and it's Mindful Amos along the inside, using that rail to the advantage. Right alongside, Strike It Ridge is there in second. You Don't Fool Me gets away in third. It's Intense Storm on the outside in fourth. Fifth at the rail comes Global's Glory. The trailer, it's I'm Crazy, as they will move on into the backstretch. And the leader, Mindful Amos. Nick Clegg is dictating the tempo. He leads the way by 2. Strike It Ridge is there in second. It's You Don't Fool Me who's third. And they're trotting fourth. It's Intense Storm. Then we have Global's Glory, and I'm Crazy is still the caboose as they go by the opening quarter in a pedestrian 36-3. Up and around the turn they go. Mindful Amos with the lead. You Don't Fool Me is moving up on the outside. Along the rail, and Strike It Ridge is third. In there to be fourth, Intense Storm. Then comes Global Glory. And the trailer, it's still I'm Crazy. I'm Crazy is off stride at the back. Also losing stride, Strike It Ridge as they roll here by the half. You Don't Fool Me and Rosie Weaver wants the lead. On the inside, Mindful Amos is trying to protect the top spot the half. 1:11-1. They move on into the turn, and Rosie Weaver says, follow me, boys. She now leads the way with You Don't Fool Me. She's got him on top by 2. Mindful Amos is there in second. Intense Storm third. Over there to be fourth is Global's Glory as they move up the backstretch and continue on to 3/4. You Don't Fool Me continues to open up here. Mindful Amos is still in second, Intense Storm third. Global's Glory fourth, 1:43-3 as they will trot the final turn, and it's You Don't Fool Me. You Don't Fool Me leads them out there now by 7. Mindful Amos trying to hold on to second. They're at the top of the stretch, but it's no catching Rosie Weaver tonight. It's all You Don't Fool Me, who is absolutely in hand and in command. You Don't Fool Me is in front. Finishing second will be Intense Storm.
2:15-4.
Mindful Amos holds third, 2:15-4.
So there you go. Rosie Weaver was the first to pull at the half and took the lead. It was never fronted in the last half mile to score the maiden breaking victory for the 2-year-old gelded son of Long Tom from the Donato mare Arula. It's hard to read when there's no lights in the grandstand. We like the sunny conditions better, so. Unofficial Intense Storm with Darren Harvey was second. And number 1, Mindful Amos hung on for third with Nick Clegg unofficially. Don Irvine Jr. in the second half of the Rosie Weaver entry. Global's Glory was unofficially fourth. They don't put times on the checks, I was always told. Doesn't matter how fast you go as long as you get it done, and Rosie Weaver did just that. This one has been racing in the Sire Stakes. Broke stride in the last 3 starts, all in the Sire Stakes. Was scheduled to go to Bowling Green, but was scratched due to transportation. They're probably glad they found their way to Mansfield, Ohio with the maiden breaking victory in 2:15-4. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff with the winner's circle ceremony.
Coming back in front of the stands after winning the first race tonight, it's the 3, You Don't Fool Me. You Don't Fool Me is a 2-year-old bay-goated son of Long Tom. At a very yellow by Donato Hanover on by Heartland Acres, trained by Rosie Weaver. Rosie Weaver, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:15-4. Mindful Amos was third. Strike It Ridge 6. You Don't Fool Me, the winner. Global's Glory fourth. Intense Storm second. I'm Crazy was fifth. 3-6-1, 4-2-5, 36-3. 111-1, 143-3, 215-4.
So Rosie Weaver picks up her first win as a trainer and a driver here at Mansfield. And that makes us turn the program page to race number 2, 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pace, first of 2 divisions, and we'll take a look at all 7 when we come back after our words from our sponsors.
The world looked much different when Richland County Fair in Mansfield, Ohio was held for the first time in 1849. Baseball was only a decade old and fair admission was 10 cents. However, even after 170 years of progress, the heart of Richland's fair has not changed. Agriculture has and continues to be a staple in the community. The best livestock and produce were exhibited here, and soon the Richland County Fair was well respected. The Ohio State Fair was even hosted in Mansfield in both 1872 and 73. Harness racing was the reason for moving the State Fair to Mansfield. As time went on, the horse industry expanded. In the late 1960s, Mansfield held the largest draft show in Central Ohio and grew their racing venue to quarter horses. However, it's the standardbred harness horse that prevailed and remains a highlighted event for the fair today. This season, the Richland County Fair is a member of the Home Talent Colt Stakes and hosts 2 evenings of live-action harness racing.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old Trotters and Pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Welcome back to Mansfield, Ohio for day 2 of the Richland County Fair. Jay Wolf and Matt Clark.
I was a little distracted. I was looking for our YouTube feed. It's out there. You just have to look for it.
How does one Matt Clark sit through a rain delay?
I ate some pork and slop.
That's what it was officially called, pork and slop.
That's exactly what I ordered, pork and slop, and that's what I got.
And it was pulled pork, obviously.
Yep, baked beans, macaroni and cheese, and coleslaw, barbecue sauce.
All in one bucket.
Yeah.
You just ate it, okay.
Completely out of character for me. I'm one of those guys that eats like one thing at a time on my plate, so it was good, though.
Your parents would be proud of you. You're growing up, Matt. It's actually turned into a very nice evening here in Mansfield.
Not too bad. Track really dried up a lot in the last 2 hours. I was pessimistic, to be honest, when we came across the track earlier to get over here. It was, as Darren Harvey would call it, spongy.
Squishy?
Squishy, yeah.
Squishy. So I think we'd be remiss if we didn't thank the track crew here at Mansfield.
Yep.
As like many of the other fair tracks in the state of Ohio, they're all volunteers, and they don't have a lot of equipment, but what equipment they have, they're using. Don Irvine won 3 races yesterday, but none of them for Rosie Weaver. Could have won a little pari-mutuel wagering if you had that as a
prop bet.
Prop bet. We were joking before we came on the air. Yesterday we had a giant United States flag. I mean giant, like envious of auto dealership size. And today I think we went back to the 3 foot by 5 foot. So we're talking about Honey, I Shrunk the Flag.
I was actually looking for it when they started playing the anthem. I thought they forgot to put it up, and then I found it.
Yeah. Yesterday it was almost 3/4 of the way down the pole. It was so big, but
let's get it together. Let's line them up, bring them in order, please.
Yep, Jay said that Ayers is planning on running these off relatively quickly. And when Ayers says that, he's a man of his word. He can usually fire through these races pretty quick. The sky does look a little brighter now than it did 30 minutes ago, but still not great.
Looks like we have all of them on the track. Jason Thompson making a few adjustments in the backstretch, but there's the call to the post, so we'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff for the introduction of the contestants here in race number 2.
They're parading onward for race number 2, Home Talent Colt Stakes. 2-year-old Colton gelding Pacers, a purse $6,167. Jacob Baird is on the 5, Angus Lake on 6. 1 in his time, Nick Clegg is in the bike. 2 is Coupon Code with Keith Cass Jr. 3, Island Boy, Eric Miller. 4, Nacho Dragon and Jason Thompson. 5 is Risky Rocker, driver change, Jacob Baird. 6, Drinkin' My Baby Goodbye, driver change, Angus Lake. And the 7, Bullville Said, Charlie Myrick in the sulky. That's the field for the second race. Jacob Baird on 5, Angus Lake on 6.
Number 1 is In His Time. Betty Clegg trains, owns. Nick Clegg will drive. 2 wins and 8 starts this season. Back-to-back wins at Northfield Park at the Summit County Fair in Lisbon. Northfield Park was in 156 flat. Number 2 is Coupon Code. Keith Cash Jr. will get the assignment from Isaiah Shrake, who trains for Sherry Cox. Winless in 4 starts. Does have a 3rd place finish last time out at Lisbon. Number 3 is Island Boy. Scott Cox trains for the Dark Horse Farm of Vienna, Ohio. Eric Miller, the 18-year-old driver, will get the assignment. 0 for 6 lifetime. Has picked up checks in all 6 of those starts, including the first leg of the Buckeye Stallion Series back on July 5th. Number 4 is Nacho Dragon. Wes Hirschberger trains for Eric Hirschberger and Kara Miller. Jason Thompson drives. 1 win, 2 seconds, and a 3rd in 4 starts. Lost by a head last time out at Lisbon with Darren Harvey on the bike that afternoon. Number 5 is Risky Rocker. Betty Clegg will turn to Jacob Baird for the driving assignment. 2 wins in 9 starts. Last time out was a winner at Lisbon in 2:09. Number 6 is Drinkin' My Baby Goodbye. Daniel Hale owns and trains. Angus Lake will pick up the assignment. Broke stride at Lisbon last time out and was individually timed in 2:10. Rounding out the field is number 7, Bullville Said. Charlie Myrick trains and drives for Richard Stacy. 0 for 3. Does have a 2nd and 3rd place finish. Was second last time out at Lisbon, timed in 2:11 and 1.
$1,167, top of the stretch for the second race, and here they come. They're off and pacing, going out looking for the lead. Nacho Dragon along the inside In His Time. As they will move around the initial turn, those two hook it up early. Inside In His Time, outside Nacho Dragon. Then it's Risky Rocker who settles in there to be 3rd. Coupon Code is 4th. And early 5th, Island Boy. Then comes Drinkin' My Baby Goodbye. Bullville Said. That's the trailer as they continue on to the opening quarter. And Nick Clegg is again on the lead here. In His Time was a winner at Northfield, a winner at Lisbon. Going to try to win again today. Drinkin' My Baby Goodbye rolls up on the outside, 33 and 2 as they move around the turn. In His Time on the inside. Drinkin' My Baby Goodbye on the outside, 2nd. Nacho Dragon is on the rail in third. Now in fourth, Risky Rocker. Fifth is Coupon Code. Then we have Island Boy, the trailer, Bullville Said. Moving down here to the half. In his time is being put to the test. Drinking My Baby Goodbye is on the outside. Those two hooked up on the lead as they roll on by the half. In 106 and 1. On into the turn they go. Drinking My Baby Goodbyes on the outside, inside in his time. Those two have been going at it now for a quarter of a mile as they move around the turn to the backstretch. Drinking My Baby Goodbye on the outside is trying to get the best of In His Time. It's a Nacho Dragon who's out there third. Risky Rocker in fourth. Over there fifth is Island Boy. And it's Coupon Code and Bullville Said as they continue on to three quarters. Drinking My Baby Goodbye is there in 1:38. Nacho Dragon is there in second. Risky Rocker trying to slide up the wood in third. In His Time has had his time as they move around the turn to the top of the stretch, and it's Drinking My Baby Goodbye who does have the lead. The race looks to be for place. It is Drinking My Baby Goodbye. Drinking My Baby Goodbye will score. Very tight for place, 209 and 1.
So Drinking My Baby Goodbye and Angus Lake score here in the second, the first of two divisions of the 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pace. The winner wasn't in doubt, but second and third was very tight at the wire. Looked like Nacho Dragon got by Risky Rocker, but then in the final few steps, Risky Rocker came back and may have stuck ahead in front. So we'll wait and see what Lynn Scott Photos has to say about it. They got to the quarter in 33 and 2, and Angus Lake wasn't comfortable sitting back in the field, so went up and challenged a leader. It's His Time and Nick Clegg. They raced in tandem for a good 3/8 of a mile, and Drinking My Baby Goodbye stuck ahead in front as they headed down the backstretch the second time and was never challenged again.
I completely overlooked that horse. You know, 3 consecutive breaks there, but before that does show 55 miles. So the talent is there for sure, just needs to behave himself.
Maiden breaking victory here. First win in 6 career starts. First time Angus Lake has ever sat behind this one. And I think everyone's taken their shot sitting behind this one. Has 6 different drivers listed.
Drinking My Baby Goodbye, the 6, is a 2-year-old brown-gutted son of Big Bad John out of Liz Mara's Lady by Liz Mara, owned by Danielle Hale, who also is the trainer. Angus Lake, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 209 and 1. Risky Rocker second. Drinking My Baby Goodbye, the winner. Bullville Said sixth. 5-7-4, 3-2-1, 6 on the bottom, 33 and 2, 106 and 1, 138, 209 and 1.
We'll repeat that for those who may not have heard. Number 1 In His Time was 5th. Number 2 Coupon Code was 7th. Number 3 Island Boy was 4th. Number 4 Nacho Dragon 3rd. Number 5, Risky Rocker, was 2nd. Number 6 was your winner, Drinking My Baby Goodbye. Time of the mile, 209 and 1. And number 7, Bullville Said 6. 5, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6 on the bottom. We turned the program and go to race number 3. 3-year-old Colt Trot, first of 2 divisions, field of 7. And we'll talk about all 7 after these messages from our sponsors.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm with 500 acres of pasture for breeding to boarding and on-site veterinarian care, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Pet Rock, Long Tom, and Bit of a Legend. Midland Acres, doing our best to bring you the best.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
Welcome back. Day number 2 here at the Richland County Fair in Mansfield, Ohio. We are the only fair game in town tonight, Matt. In the state, even. We won't be able to say that much longer.
It's the place to be. That's what I've been telling people.
Tomorrow, you and I will head to Urbana.
Sounds like Susan as well, right?
Susan Schroeder will be joining us. We will be having the Buckeye Stallion Series events for 2-year-old Colt Trotters and the 2-year-old freshman fillies. We'll go postward tomorrow at Urbana. We also have a leg of the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series in the Signature Series Trot in honor of Dick Buxton. Post time tomorrow is at 6:30. We will be back Wednesday and Thursday as well for the Ohio Colt Racing Association action from Urbana on Wednesday and Thursday. Both post times will remain at 6:30. Tomorrow, Berea, Ohio. Frank Froz is going to head up the action up at Berea. Post time there at the Cuyahoga County Fair is at 4 o'clock. Wednesday and Thursday, the 9th and 10th, the action will move to Attica, Ohio at the Attica Independent Fair. 12 noon post time for both days. Wednesday and Thursday is also action at the Ashtabula County Fair in Jefferson, Ohio. Post time on Wednesday, 11:30 in the morning. Post time on Thursday at 5 p.m. Friday and Saturday, the action will move to the Hartford Independent Fair in Croton, Ohio. Friday the 11th, post time at 12 noon, as is the same post time Saturday, August 12th. Sunday and Monday, Muskingum County Fair in Zanesville, Ohio. Post time Sunday at 1, Monday at 6 p.m. There's no reason. We've got Attica, we've got Cleveland, we've got Attica, we've got Central Ohio at Croton. We have Urbana
yeah,
and Jefferson. So there is no reason why anybody should not be attending one of their area county fairs this week.
Have you seen any legs of the Terry Holton Youth Driving yet?
I did not. I believe this is the second.
Oh, this is only the second. I thought I missed
so.
one. There was one down at Pickaway County
Okay.
in Circleville. That was a lot of fun. Those guys really are enjoyed it, it looked like. And the winner's mother at family was actually up from Mississippi to watch him race. We interviewed her, Dee Saunders' mom.
Thanks to our den mother, Amy Holler. I contacted her, and she gave us some bio information on all the drivers. So
awesome.
We'll have something to talk about tomorrow. So
cool.
we want to thank Amy for that. She's just not another pretty face.
She doesn't miss much either. She stays on top of just about everything racing in Ohio.
Look at that. I'm getting good. Horses for the third race, 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trotters. First division per $6,167. One is What the Hill Dad, Charlie Myrick. 2, I Need a Real Wife, and Don McCurgan. 3 is Impressive View, Don Irvin Jr. 4 is Just Be Ian, Make the Driver, Jason Thompson. 5, What's the Talk, Mark St. Louis Jr. is up. 6, Brute Squad, driver change, Darren Harvey. And the 7 is Long Ball with Eric Miller in the sulky. That's the field for the third race. Jason Thompson on 4, Darren Harvey on 6.
Hill Dad, Charlie Myrick, trains for his father, David Myrick. 0 for 6 on the season, but has 6 third-place finishes. Picked up checks in last 3 starts at Lisbon, Mount Vernon, and Carrollton. Number 2, I Need a New Wife. I apologize, honey. I'm just reading. D. Houghton trains. Jerry Miller owns. Don McCurgan will pick up the assignment. Has not stepped foot on the track in a charted line since September 13th of last year at Worcester. Number 3, Impressive View. Rosie Weaver looks to go back-to-back. Don Irvine Jr. in the bike, owned by Ronnie and Joseph Koblitz. 0 for 9 on the season, 2 third-place finishes. Is coming off a qualifier at Northfield Park, timed in 2 minutes and 2/5. Number 4, Just Be Ian. Jason Thompson will now drive for Herman Hagerman in the Top Shelf stable. 0 for 15 on the season. Broke last time out at Scioto Downs and a non-winners of 1. Number 5, What's the Talk? Mark St. Louis Jr. will drive for Stacey Curry. Thunder Racing Stables of Brecksville owns. 2 wins, 2 seconds, 2/3, and 11 seasonal starts. Took a bad step at Northfield last time out and the non-winners of 1 and finished 7th, 4 1/4 lengths back. Number 6 is Brute Squad. Darren Harvey trains and drives Wayne Mast and Callum Racing. The owners, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a 3rd and 13 starts. Last time out was 2nd at Northfield in the Summit County Fair. Number 7 is Long Ball. Marion Chupp trains. Northwind Farm of Fredericksburg, Ohio is the owner. Eric Miller will drive. 2 second-place finishes, 2 third-place finishes, and 10 seasonal starts. You have to go quick tonight. No lollygagging. The wings of the gate have opened. The field of 7 are making their way to the Mount starting gate. We will send it up to Ayers Ratliff for a call of the third. 3-year-old Colt Trot, first division.
Gelding Trotters in behind the gate, a field of 7. The gate is rolling. $1,167. Top of the stretch for the third race, and here they come. They're off and trotting. What's the Talk is firing off the gate. I Need a Real Wife off stride at the back. Just Be Ian leaves well as they will trot around the initial turn. And it's What's the Talk goes right to the lead in their second. Just Be Ian. Impressive View is there in third. Brute Squad is off stride. What the Hill Dad is there in fourth. Over there, 5th is Long Ball. Then we have the breakers of Brute Squad and the trailer I Need a Real Wife. as they travel onto the opening quarter. And What's the Talk now tries to ratchet down the trot here, 32-2. On into the turn they go. The leader is What's the Talk. In their second, Just Be Ian up on the outside. Long Ball is moving up in third. Impressive View fourth. Brute Squad has caught the others and he's on the outside. Then we have What the Hill Dad. I Need a Real Wife is trailing. Don McCurgan stopped off for a lemonade as they move down here in front of the stands for the first time. Out there with the lead, What's the Talk on the outside. Long Ball is applying some pressure. On the inside, Just Be Ian the half in 105-1. Brute Squad is on the outside fourth. In their fifth, it's Impressive View circling the turn to the backstretch, and St. Louis popped the plugs on What's the Talk. On the outside, Long Ball is taking it to the leader. They're on the backside on their way for three quarters. They're going at it like Donald Trump and CNN. On the inside, What's the Talk. On the outside, Long Ball is taking it to the leader. But on the inside, What's the Talk is responding to every stride. 136-3. Moving around the final turn, What's the Talk hanging tough. Long Ball still there, pressing the issue. Trying to fly high from the back. It's Impressive View. Along the inside, Just Be Ian. They still slug it out up top as they turn for home. It's What's the Talk. On the outside, Long Ball. What's the Talk. Long Ball on the outside. What's the Talk. Tough as nails. Holds on to win. Tight for place.
2:09-1.
Time of the mile, 2:09, 1/5.
We lost Jay Wolf briefly. He went up to see Ayers and had a smirk on his face and told me to hang on a sec. So we'll see what he comes back with. What happened?
One of our viewers says it's Mark St. Louis's birthday.
Oh, really?
So I went up to tell Zahir Ratliff that we're getting a report from Mr. Williams that it is Mark's birthday. So I figured the fans in the stands here deserve to know that as well.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Mark had 2 wins yesterday and picks up a third. Ties Don Irvine with 3 wins apiece. That was a gutsy effort from What's the Talk. The What the Hill Gelding. 3rd win in 12 starts.
Long Ball, too. He was pretty relentless out there on the outside.
What the Talk, the unofficial winner, all went off at odds of 2-1. Looks to be the second choice. Had wins at Mount Vernon and Hilliard. Says won 3 out of the 4, last 4 for the What the Hill Gelding. I hope Mr. Williams is right. It would be pretty bad if we announce him as his birthday.
He looks up here confused, we'll know.
It's in November. If he looks up here and looks at us like, it's not my birthday. Does he get a free dessert at your local Olive Garden? Does he get a free dessert on his birthday? So we'll see what kind of reaction we get here from Mark when Ayers makes the announcement.
Oh, I don't want to get us kicked off of Facebook or some copyright for that. See if he's got a big smile on his face, I'm sure.
It's the birthday boy, Mark St. Louis Jr. Happy birthday from all of us here. Gets his birthday present, his picture taken in the winner's circle aboard. What's the Talk, a 3-year-old bay-gutted son of What the Hill, had a time to talk by Conway Hall. On my Thunder Racing stable, Stacy Curry trains, and the birthday boy, Mark St. Louis Jr., the winning driver, 209-1.
For those who obviously can't see us, I abandoned my post as soon as the race ended and ran up to say some airs.
Real Life 7th, Impressive View was 3rd. Just Be Ian 4th, What's the Talk the winner, Brute Squad 5th, Long Ball 2nd. 6, 7, 3, 4, 1, 5, 2 on the bottom, 32 and 2. 105 and 1, 136 and 3, 209 and 1.
You scared me to death. I didn't know what was going on.
I'm just leaving. I'm reading the comments here. Somebody said that's the first time they've ever heard Ayers' Donald Trump and CNN comment. So we get new fans every day.
Yep.
I threatened.
He hasn't broke out the other one yet, has he?
No. I threatened Ayers with bingo cards. We could play Ayers Ratliff bingo. And if, follow me, boys, Rosie Weaver, you can cross that off.
Yep, I like
if it was a fight, they would have stopped it. That's one of my all-time favorites. So, usually he'll go with the Donald Trump and CNN late in the card. He doesn't want to anger everyone right away.
Steered like a broken shopping cart. That's one of my newer ones that I like a lot.
So I don't even remember who it was, but they would say he's going to a fire with the lights a-flashing and the horns a-honking. Well, we're through 3 here of 7. Next up is the 3-year-old Colt Gelding Pace, first of 2 divisions, a field of 5. And we'll look at all 5 when we come back after the words from our sponsors.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio wants to thank all the breeders that supported our popular stallions, including new trotting sire Play Tricks on Me. Cool Winds also stands proven sire Mr. Apples in the great state of Ohio. Randy and Kim Haynes also stand the only full brother to Some Beach Somewhere, Bring on the Beach, sire of Heart of Chewbacca. Visit the Cool Winds consignment at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway Ag Center on Friday, September 15th.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Welcome back. Jay Wolf and Matt Clark bringing you the action from day 2 of the Richland County Fair here in Mansfield, Ohio. Talking a little bit about earlier, we were talking about the Terry Holton Youth Driver Series. Mr. Bowers corrected us. This is the 3rd leg.
I thought there was one. It was a fair that I was not at, and I can't remember where that was. And I don't know who won that
Pickaway
leg.
County and Fayette County.
Oh, Fayette County. Okay.
That used to be a staple. I know every year during Jug Week they would have a leg of the Youth Driving Championship, and you may have heard some of the, I was gonna go home and go through my old programs and have that for tomorrow, but I know one Brian Brown participated in the Youth Driving Championship at one time, and Joe Essig Jr. participated. So
things turned out pretty good for those guys.
So I'm gonna. If I get home, with 7 races and a 5:30 post, it would have been no problem. But now that we started at 6:30, I'll go home and go through my old programs and hopefully have that information for tomorrow. But A lot of the names that you see in the programs today and in the early 2000s all participated in that program. So I believe 3 of the 4 participants in tomorrow's event at Urbana are employees of the Todd Luther stable. So I asked Amy, whoever finishes last of those 3, do they have to babysit her grandchildren as a punishment? But didn't get a response. Next up, 3-year-old Colt Pace. Field of 5, 2 divisions. This division going for $5,700. They're all on the track, and we'll soon hear the call to post.
Sorry, I'm not much help right now,
It's
Mr.
all right.
Wolf. I got a lot of plates spinning over here. I think we're in good shape, though. Seem to be going on YouTube, the website, and Facebook.
Here are the horses on the track for the 4th race. 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers. Home Talent Colt Stakes, a purse $5,700. 1 Master Confection, Jason Thompson. 2 is Umami Blue Chip with Keith Cass Jr. 3, Terry Albert, Lanny Merriman. 4, Long-Haired Country Boy, driver change Angus Lake. And the 5, Talk Dreamy to Me, Darren Harvey, in the sulky. That's the field for the 4th race. Angus Lake on 4.
Number 1, Master Confection. Claire Olmholtz trains, co-owns with N. Olmholtz in Kennedy Sports. Jason Thompson will get the driving assignment. 1 win, 5 seconds, and a 3rd in 12 seasonal starts. Last time out was a 2nd place finisher at Lisbon with Jason Thompson in the bike that day. Number 2 is Umami Blue Chip. John Oliverio co-owns trains with Jeffrey and Kimberly Lamb of Plain City. 0 for 7 on the season, 1 of 17 lifetimes. That win was last year at Northfield Park in 154-4. Keith Cash Jr. will make the decisions this afternoon. Number 3 is Terry Albert, owned, trained, and reined by Larry Merriman. 1 win, 7 starts, 1 of 10 lifetimes. That win was 2 back at Paynesville, 202. Number 4, Long-Haired Country Boy, Daniel Hale, trains and owns. Angus Lake will look to take Mr. Hale to the winner's circle for the 2nd time this evening. 1 win in 7 starts. That win was at Scioto Downs and a non-winners of 1, timed in 1:53-2. Rounding out the field is number 5, Talk Dreamy to Me. Ron Wagner owns and trains. Darren Harvey will make all the decisions. 0 for 11 on the season, 2 of 20 lifetime. Has a pair of 5th place finishes last 2 times out at Mount Vernon and a non-winners of 1 at Northfield Park. 5th place last time out, 5 1/4 lengths beaten, timed in 1:53-3. Not a lot of wins in this group, but there is some talent. Long-haired country boy with the lifetime mark of 53-2 at Scioto. Master Confection lifetime mark of 153-4 at Northfield. Umami Blue Chip lifetime mark of 154-4 as a 2-year-old at Northfield. Field of 5 going postward. We'll send it up to Ayers Ratliff with the call.
Three-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers, purse $5,700, top of the stretch for the 4th race. Here they come. They're Off into pacing, Master Confection goes out looking for the lead. Umami Blue Chip is there in second. Long-haired Country Boy was a bit steppy, but is there in third. Trying to get in there fourth is Talk Dreamy to Me and Terry Albert. That's the trailer as they move around the turn. They're now in single file as they straighten away into the backstretch. Jason Thompson leads the way with Master Confection. There in second is Umami Blue Chip. Gapping early on in third is Long-Haired Country Boy. Next is Talk Dreamy to Me and the trailer Terry Albert. They move by the quarter in 32 seconds as they will pace on into the turn, and it's Master Confection showing the way. Over there in second, Umami Blue Chip. A few lengths back to Long-Haired Country Boy in third. Over there fourth is Talk Dreamy to Me, and Terry Albert trails as they will swing off the turn and come down here in front of the stance. Master Confection, the leader. Umami Blue Chip in second. Long-haired Country Boy tips to the outside in third. In their fourth is Talk Dreamy to Me. Terry Albert trails the half in 104-1. On into the turn they go. Master Confection is the boss. Umami Blue Chip second. Long-haired Country Boy is off stride to the outside as they move on into the backstretch. Master Confection lets it out a notch and leads him a length and a half. Umami Blue Chip is trying to stick to him in second. Talk Dreamy to Me is third. In their fourth is Terry Albert as they continue on to three quarters. Talk Dreamy to Me just went off stride. Three quarters, 135-4. They'll pace the turn. They'll head for home, and it's Master Confection. Umami Blue Chip takes his shot to the outside. Terry Albert trying to take the both of them in third as they're at the top of the stretch, and Master Confection looks awfully strong. It's Master Confection who does turn first. Umami Blue Chip still trying in second, but trying in vain. Master Confection will score. Umami Blue Chip is their second. Terry Albert for third. 207-4.
207-4 for your gate to wire, and Jason Thompson went gate to wire with Master Confection. We almost had a barber pole, as they say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it wasn't. 4 and 5 have been inverted. So 1, 2, 3 unofficial. Number 1, Master Confection, went off at odds of 3-1. Picks up the second win in 13 starts. Was quite a good 2-year-old. Had 9 wins in 13 starts last year at 2. Made just short of $50,000. With this win, will be close to 20 this year, so $65,000 lifetime for the Western Vintage Gelded Son.
Jason Thompson, second win of the meet. Or did he get more than that?
He had one yesterday and one today.
Okay. So 2.
2, yep.
I got it. He did well over at Cortland. I think he does real good over on this circuit. I just don't get to come over here all that much. I've known him for a long time, Raceway Park, you know, but...
You're kind of grateful because you said this is 2 hours from home, right?
Action is a 3-year-old brown-gutted son of Western Vintage at a Miss Tootsie Roll by Dragon Again. Amay Umholtz Racing, Neri Umholtz, and Kennedy Sports, Claire Umholtz trains. Jason Thompson is the winning driver, time of the mile 207-4. Master Confection, the race winner. Umami Blue Chip was second. Terry Albert third. Long-haired Country Boy was fifth. Talk Dreamy to Me fourth. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 32. 104-1, 135-4, 207-4.
We're more than halfway done. Race number 5 next up, second division of the 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pace. This division will go for $6,067, a field of 6, and we'll talk about all 6 after we hear from these sponsors.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Your animals provide unconditional love. When they hurt, you want the best care available to help them enjoy life again. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center is here for you and for them. From heart disease to cancer, diabetes to broken bones, and 24-hour emergency services, Ohio State's team of experts make a difference in the lives of animals and the family members who love them. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Buying or selling a racehorse? OnGate.com is your one-stop website. OnGate has changed the way racehorses are bought and sold. Easy to view listings makes it easy to find your next champion. Buy or sell at OnGate.com.
Guarantee he doesn't want to go back there. There's people back there that'll kick him right out of the barn, I'm sure of it. It's bad luck. You can't take peanuts into the barn. The peanut salesman is heading back to the backstretch for all the folks at home. So we had this discussion a while back. I thought maybe it was just Clark tradition or superstition, I guess, but it's not. Peanuts in the barn area are an absolute no for a lot of people.
Well, the peanut salesman who was up here walking around has now decided to walk to the backstretch, so we should see how this goes. We're halfway through tonight's card, so it's a good time to take a look at the first half of tonight's racing. You Don't Fool Me won race number 1. Rosie Weaver trains and drove the winner for Heartland Acres. Time of that mile was 2:15.4 for the 2-year-old gelded son of Long Tom. Race number 2 went to Drinking My Baby Goodbye. Daniel Hale owned and trained the winner. Angus Lake picked up the catch drive. Time of that mile for the 2-year-old Colt son of Big Bad John, 2:09.1. Third race was the first division of the 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Trot. What's the talk? Stacy Curry, Thunder Racing Stables was the owner. The birthday boy, Mark St. Louis Jr., won in 2:09.1. Fourth race, number 1, Master Confection, Claire Umholtz for Umholtz Racing. In Kennedy Sports, Jason Thompson was the winner in 2:07.4, the first of 2 divisions of the 3-year-old Colt Trot. That brings us to race number 5, second and final division of the 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pace, field of 6. Number 3 will get the services of Mark St. Louis Jr., and number 6, Darren Harvey, will now drive Wireless Caller. Things you see at county fairs. First week in August, one of the drivers is using a hoodie underneath his coat. Who would have thought you would need to see a hoodie in August?
I feel real fortunate I had this long sleeve in my car.
The wind is brisk.
Looks like so far no takers back there.
They haven't kicked them out yet either, have they?
No. Uh-oh. There it is.
I believe he was with the local Kiwanis Club. We want to thank all of our viewers tonight. I haven't been doing a very good job of keeping up, but I see Canada, I've seen Indiana and Florida and Tennessee, Michigan, New York, the home of Frank Fraz.
Cheektowaga.
Yep.
Right?
It all comes back to the Buffalo Bills. If you ever talk to Frank Fraz, it all comes back to Buffalo. David Myrick said that not only did the youth driving program occur at the fairs, it also occurred at the parimutuel tracks, Raceway Park and Lebanon Raceway in Northfield and Scioto. Like I said, I'm going to go back and look at some of my programs and see what I can find. I have every race program from Delaware from the mid-'60s on.
You do?
Yes. So
And you really don't need them. You have most of it memorized.
You have to go back. That's always my challenge, though, is trying to fill the holes. It's harder to find programs from the 50s.
That is the call to post for the upcoming 5th race, 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers. Buying for a purse here is $6,067. Jason Thompson on 2. Mark St. Louis Jr. on 3. Darren Harvey on 6. 1 is Just Barley. Keith Cass Jr. aboard. 2, Fear Joe Dirt. Driver change to Jason Thompson. 3, Hot Cruiser. Driver change, Mark St. Louis Jr. 4 is Cinder Lane Cruiser. Nick Clegg in the bike. 5 is Inclusive Streak and Eric Miller. 6, Wireless Caller. Driver change, Darren Harvey is in the sulky. That's the field for the 5th race. Jason Thompson on 2. Mark St. Louis Jr. on 3. Darren Harvey on 6.
Number 1, Just Barley. Isaiah Schrake co-owns and trains with Terry Schrake. Keith Cash Jr. will be driving. $5,500 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. Winless in 4 starts. Picked up checks in all 4 starts this season, 3 of which were in the Buckeye Stallion Series, 2 5th-place finishes and a 3rd-place finish. Number 2 is Fear Joe Dirt. Mr. Thompson will now drive. Corey Kreiser co-owns, trains with Thunder Racing. Winless in 4 starts, has a 3rd-place finish at Cortland in the 2nd start of the season. Number 3 is Hot Cruiser. Mark St. Louis Jr. will now drive for Scott Cox, who trains for Ayers Ray Ratliff. 1 Ayers Ratliff's father, and JC and Rocky Ratliff. 0 for 5 on the year. This one finished 3rd last time out at Lisbon. Was beaten 7 1/4 lengths. Number 4, Cinder Lane Cruiser. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Nick Clegg will drive. 5 wins, 2 seconds, and a 3rd in 9 starts. The last time out was a winner by a neck at Northfield Park in 1:55 4. Number 5 is Inclusive Streak. Marion Chupp trains for Marion Beachy. Eric Miller will drive. 0 for 3 on the season. Last time out was at Carrollton, 4th place finish. And number 6 is Wireless Caller. Darren Harvey will now drive for Chris Hirschberger, who trains for Donnie Ray Hostetler. 1 win in 7 starts. Last time out was a 3rd place finisher at Lisbon. 2 back was a winner at Mount Vernon.
Stretching, here they come. He is on a break. Fear Joe Dirt is off stride. They're off into Pacing and Hot Cruiser, hard driven along the inside. Outside Cinder Lane Cruiser as they will move around the first turn. Hot Cruiser looks to take over. Cinder Lane Cruiser is there in 2nd as they pace around the turn. In there to be in 3rd is Inclusive Streak. Next is Wireless Caller. Further on back to Fear Joe Dirt, and the trailer is Just Barley. As they travel on to the opening fraction, and it's Hot Cruiser who leads them out there by 2. It's Cinder Lane Cruiser who's there in 2nd. Inclusive Streak is 3rd. Wireless Caller is 4th. Opening quarter 32 3. Over there to be next is Fear Joe Dirt. Just Barley trails as they move up and around the turn. Hot Cruiser is the leader. In 2nd, Cinder Lane Cruiser. Then we have Inclusive Streak in 3rd. Wireless Caller is there in 4th. Catching the others, Just Barley and Fear Joe Dirt as they travel down here to the half. And it's Hot Cruiser who is still the leader. Over there in 2nd is a Cinder Lane Cruiser who's looking to the outside as they move on by the half. 107. In 107 1. On into the turn they go. Cinder Lane Cruiser on the outside is trying to wrestle away the lead. Hot Cruiser at the rail. In there to be next is Inclusive Streak as they straighten away into the backstretch. Over there next comes a Wireless Caller. Then it's Just Barley. And a Fear Joe Dirt to the 3/4 they go. Cinder Lane Cruiser is the one on top. Over there in second is Inclusive Streak. Hot Cruiser at the rail. 3/4 and 139. They'll move around the final turn, and now Wireless Color is dialing up their 3 wide as they pace the final turn. The leader is still Cinder Lane Cruiser. Out there 3 wide, Wireless Color in second. Inclusive Streak is third. They're at the top of the stretch and a drive for the wire. Cinder Lane Cruiser, the one to catch here. Wireless Collar on the outside. It is Cinder Lane Cruiser to win. Wireless Collar their second. Inclusive Streak is third. 2:11 and 4.
Nick Clegg sat very patient for the first half of a mile and tipped as they went past the finish line for the first time, and looked to have a little anxious moment there in the far turn when Wireless Collar made a big brush to challenge, but plenty in the tank for the Yankee Cruiser gelding. Cinder Lane Cruiser, 6 wins in 10 starts this season. Raced on August 2nd at Northfield Park and won by a neck in the non-winners of 1. In the series there, 2 back was a second place finisher in 1:53 and 4 at Scioto Downs in the Buckeye Stallion series. The second leg of the Buckeye Stallion back on July 21st. This horse was also second, so some impressive miles here for the young Yankee Cruiser gelding. Number 2, Wireless Collar, and Darren Harvey held on for second. Inclusive Streak was third with Eric Miller in the bike. Unofficially fourth, Fear Joe Dirt, who overcame a break at the start. Number 3, Hot Cruiser, unofficially was fifth. And Just Barley rounds out your field of 6. Cinder Lane Cruiser has been made official, went off at 1-5. And he's back in front of the stands.
Fifth race, it is the 4, Cinder Lane Cruiser. Cinder Lane Cruiser, a 2-year-old black-gutted son of Yankee Cruiser. Owned by Betty Jo Clegg, who also trains. Nick Clegg is the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:11 and 4. Just Barley was 6th. Fear Joe Dirt 4th. Hot Cruiser 5th. Cinder Lane Cruiser the winner. Inclusive Streak 3rd. Wireless Collar 2nd. 6, 4, 5, 1, 3, 2 on the bottom. 32 and 3. 107 and 1. 139 to 11 and 4. Bring them on the...
We have 5 done, 2 more to go. 6 races, the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, second division, a field of 4. We'll talk about all 4 when we come back after these messages.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm with 500 acres of pasture for breeding to boarding and on-site veterinarian care, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Pet Rock, Long Tom, and Bit of a Legend. Midland Acres, doing our best to bring you the best.
Welcome back. Mansfield, Ohio. 2 more races left on this 7-race card. We want to thank everyone for watching us this evening. Doing some calisthenics to stay warm. Judge asked to watch a replay of that race. As we mentioned, if you're in the great Champaign County tomorrow, come join us for the first of 3 days at Urbana. We will have Buckeye Stallion Series events, 2-year-old Colt Trot and the 2-year-old filly Pace, or 2-year-old filly Pace. We also have the Dick Buxton Trot, which is for the Signature Series. I believe that one has a purse of $10,000. And we'll have leg 3 of the Terry Holton Youth Driving Series. We come back again Wednesday at Urbana. Post time for all 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, will be 6:30. You can catch the action tomorrow at 4 o'clock with Frank Froz from Berea. I believe they got rained out last year, so the folks in the Cuyahoga County Fair are probably excited to see Frank Froz this year. I believe they got rained out last year, did they not, Matt?
Cuyahoga, is that Berea?
Berea.
They've been rained out 2 out of the last 4. I know that. I think last year was one of them.
So if the farmers were, if there was a drought, just have the Cuyahoga County Fair.
You look cold, Jay.
I am cold. The wind's probably 15 miles an hour out of the
At
west.
least. I'm cold. I'm wearing long sleeves. It's
Here we were mocking Eric Miller for wearing a hoodie under his colors, but I'd do anything for that. Race action moves to Attica Wednesday and Thursday, the 9th and 10th. Post time at 12 noon both of those days. If you would like to listen to the announcers, I know that Doug Ballinger will be at Urbana all 3 days. Ayers Ratliff will be at Berea and Attica.
Richland, I cannot remember the gentleman's name. From Buffalo Raceway, though, I believe.
Yeah, Jefferson.
Yep.
Yeah. It's probably a short drive for Buffalo. If you've never been to Ashtabula County, it's out there.
Is it really that far?
It's the farthest. It's probably the farthest northeast in the state.
Okay.
County fair-wise. Corey DeArmond, I think, is based out of Jefferson. Then Friday and Saturday, action moves to the Hartford Independent Fair in Croton. Post time Friday and Saturday, the 11th and 12th of August, is 12 noon. If you can't make it to a fair, we have pari-mutuel racing at Scioto Downs Tuesday through Saturday, and at our friends up in Cleveland at Northfield Park. Talked to Dave Bianconi today. He's finalizing the field for the Milstein Memorial this Saturday. Big card up there. They also have the Tom Aldridge Trot in the Charna Pace. So, Ohio Breds in action, Sire Stakes event as well. So, big night at Northfield Park Saturday. This is kind of the halfway point of the season, is it not? We get through the state fairs. That's kind of the unofficial midway point.
Yeah, seems like we're getting there. I think after this week, we should definitely be with all the stuff that's going on this week.
There's how many dates when there's 3? You have 3 events going on. Is there a 4?
There was a 4, but Van Wert is going to do just condition races, so we're going to have to not do that one. We just don't have the equipment or manpower for it.
So there is a day when there's 4 fairs going.
Yeah, and it's Labor Day weekend, I'm sure. I'm not sure exactly the date.
Is it Van Wert who used to have thoroughbred racing as well?
I think they're going to actually try and do that again this year.
I'm assuming they're...
Roger Wilkin thought he might be able to get a few of them.
I'm assuming that's a 300- and 400-yard sprint.
I'm not sure. I've actually been there and seen it.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
That's the call to post for the upcoming 6th race. Second division, 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers, a purse of $5,600. 1 is Western Trapper with Keith Cass Jr. 2, Pirates Beach Bar, Jason Thompson drives. 3, White Sands Beach and Angus Lake. 4 is Barley Mischievous with Edward Miller in the sulky. That's the field for race number 6. No change here in the 6th.
I have to laugh. Our super fan Dave Myrick says he has to turn down the air conditioning to hear us. That's why he can hear us over our teeth chattering. Number 1 is Western Trapper. Isaiah Shrake trains, co-owns with Amanda Shrake and Lisa Bright. Keith Cash Jr. will get the assignment. This one is 0 for 10 lifetime. Was unraced at 2. Last time out, took a bad step at Cortland and finished 6th. Number 2 is Pirates Beach Bar. Wes Hirschberger trains. Wayne Mast and Eric Hirschberger and Stephen Miller are the co-owners. Jason Thompson will drive. 1 of 12. Does have 3 second place finishes and 3 third place finishes. Last time out was at Mount Vernon. 4th place finish, individually timed though, in 1:59 and 2. Number 3 is White Sands Beach. D. Houghton trains, co-owns. Barbara Eddy and Cammie Shedworth. Angus Lake is the driver, 0 for 5 this season. Does have a qualifying mark of 1:57 and 3 or 1:57 and 2 at Northfield Park. Last time out was in a non-winners of 1 at Northfield, a 7th place finish. Rounding out the field of 4, Edward Miller trains and drives. Barley Mischievous. Catherine Fuchs, Ashley Dunn, Edward Miller. 1 of 13. Last time out was in the Buckeye Stallion Series on July 28th. 7th place finish. Individually timed though in 1:52 and 4.
Colton Gelding Pacers, the gate is rolling. $5,600, top of the stretch, and here they come. They're off into pacing, and it's Pirates Beach Bar looking for the lead. White Sands Beach is on the outside. Barley Mischievous is also right there. Western Trappers at the rail. That's the 4 as they pace the turn and move into the backstretch. Being led now to the outside by White Sands Beach. Along the inside, Pirates Beach Bar is not giving up the lead so easy as they move on up the backstretch, and it is White Sands Beach who paces onto the lead. In their second, Pirates Beach Bar. Barley Mischievous is there in 3rd. In their 4th is Western Trapper, the quarter, 30 and 4/5. It's a pretty good clip here tonight as they move on into the turn. White Sands Beach by a length and 3/4. Pirates Beach Bar in 2nd. Then it's Barley Mischievous and Western Trapper. Off the turn, coming down here in front of the stands, and now Edward Miller now tugs on the line. He says, let's go on Barley Mischievous, who's coming up and after White Sands Beach. As they travel here by the half, White Sands Beach with the lead. On the outside, Barley Mischievous, 1:02 and 4. It's a Pirates Beach Bar who's there in 3rd. In 4th is Western Trapper as they continue up and around the turn. And the leader remains White Sands Beach. On the outside, Barley Mischievous is still coming, and Barley Mischievous is now trying to forge onto the lead as they're into the backstretch. On the outside, Barley Mischievous and Eddie Miller is trying to up the tempo to take the lead. White Sands Beach could do nothing about it in 2nd. Pirates Beach Bar 3rd, 1:34 and 4 as they will pace around the final turn. Miller starts shaking and baking, and Barley Mischievous, he leads them out there by 4. In their 2nd is White Sands Beach. Then it's a Pirates Beach Bar and Western Trapper as they come to the top of the stretch. And with the lead, it's Barley Mischievous, who's absolutely rolling on him tonight. Barley Mischievous will score. Finishing 2nd, White Sands Beach. Pirates Beach Bar 3rd. Time of the mile, 2:06.
Edward Miller It's the training money, the driving money, and the co-owning money. So.
Move your microphone up just a little bit there.
The next to last race, and now you're telling me to move the microphone.
You've had it fine all night. What were you talking?
Yeah, we have a reverse barber pole there. 4, 3, 2, 1 from the top down on your program. Number 4, Barley Mischievous. There's your unofficial winner. I thought we were going to get, if it was a fight, we were going to stop it.
Me too.
But, you know, we got one more race to get that in. Number 4 went off at the 4-5 favorite. Picks up the second win in 14 starts. Had a win earlier this year at the Meadows in 154-3 over a sloppy track. Must like the mud. I wouldn't call this track muddy, but definitely off. Number 2, White Sands Beach held on for second. Pirates Beach Bar rounds out the top 3.
Really glad we were able to get these in.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't have been good for anybody trying to do it at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I mean,
that was the story I was told, that if they couldn't race tonight, they were going to race tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So again, kudos to the track crew and the Horsemen's Association here for getting these in. The finish times may not look impressive, but the track actually looks in pretty good shape.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it does.
Winning race number 6, it's the 4, Barley Mischievous. 3-year-old bay-gutted son of Charlie Barley. At Anna Kate by Dragon Again, owned by Catherine Fuchs. Ashley Dunn and Edward Miller. Edward Miller is the trainer. And the Polk Piker, Edward Miller, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:06.
Must be an inside story there we don't know about.
Western Trapper was 4th. Pirates Beach Bar 3rd. White Sands Beach 2nd. Barley Mischievous the winner. 4-3-2-1, 30 4/5. 102-4, 134-4, the mile time, 2:06.
Last quarter in 31-1. So 6 down, 1 to go. That one is the 3-year-old Colton Gelding's 2nd Division trot. Field of 6. We'll look at all 6 when we come back after these messages.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding facility that specializes in stallion management. Cool Winds Farm stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, whose first crop of 2-year-olds are now racing. Cool Winds also welcomed Western Fame to their stallion barn, who won nearly $2 million competing against the best pacers of his generation. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 15th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1974, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com. Most orders shipped that day, or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Athletes, they come in all shapes and sizes. They catch, they leap, they run. Some athletes even come with 4 legs and paws and hooves. When these beloved family members need care, remember the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio State experts wrote the book on exceptional animal care and know how to get our best friends back on their feet. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center.
Sun's out, guns out, hot summer fun.
Hot summer fun. Hot summer fun.
You weren't just walking away. You were walking briskly away.
Yeah. For those who weren't a part of our broadcast yesterday, I told Mr. Clark that I made a cameo appearance in the last commercial. When they were filming Brad Conrad at Marion, I was walking away briskly, I guess. Yesterday, we had our fastest mile. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that 1:59 and 2 mile by Sarah Said, the 2-year-old filly pacer, driven by Doc Holliday and trainer Gary Martin, will go down as our fastest mile of the 2-day meet here at Mansfield. See, I'm waiting.
It'll be tough to top that one. She looked awful good doing that wrapped up winner.
Yep. Right now, we have a tie for the driver's lead. Mark St. Louis and Don Irvine Jr. Both of them are juniors. Both of them are currently sitting with 3 wins apiece. On the training side, Dan Hale with 3 wins, 2 yesterday and 1 today. The first division of the 3-year-old Colt Trot went in 2:09 and 1 in the 3rd race. The sun is out.
I'm so happy to see that. It actually warmed up a little.
Yeah. Still looks threatening to the south, but according to weather.com, no rain in the area.
Real possibility I might turn the heat on for at least a couple minutes when I get in the car, which sounds absurd. My hands are cold right now, Jay.
I think I'm going to go ahead and talk about these 6 because something tells me Ayers isn't going to wait too long after they go post-parade.
That is the call to post for the 7th race, our 7th and final. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters, purse $5,967. Darren Harvey on 1, Don Irvin Jr. 3, Jason Thompson on 5. 1 big limo, make the driver Darren Harvey. 2, You Got It, Max, Keith Cass Jr. 3 is Republic Return, driver change, Don Irvin Jr. 4 is Chapter 12, Nick Clegg. 5, Tom's Challenger, make the driver Jason Thompson. 6, Venture Vic, Charlie Myrick in the sulky. That is the field for the 7th race. Darren Harvey's on the 1, Don Irvin Jr. 3, Jason Thompson on the 5. Your last chance to wager at this year's Richland County Fair.
Number 1 is Big Limo. Darren Harvey will pick up the drive for Eamon Hirschberger and owner William Hirschberger. 0 for 7 on the season, has been racing in the ever competitive non-winners of 1 at Scioto Downs. Last time out was an 8th place finisher. Time though in 1:59 and 1. Number 2, You Got It, Max. Keith Cash Jr. will train and reign for Tim Bates. This one is 0 for 15 on the season, was 3rd last time out at Lisbon, individually timed in 2:10 and 4. Number 3 has a driver's change as well. Don Irvine Jr. will now drive for Rosie Weaver, who co-owns with Heartland Acres. This one was 13 of 18 last season, but is 2 of 12 this season. Last time out was at the Summit County Fair Stakes at Northfield, 4th place finish. Number 4 is Chapter 12. Betty Clegg owns, Nick Clegg drives. This one raced August 5th at Scioto Downs in the Ohio State Fair Stakes, was 6th, beaten 5 3/4 lengths, and was timed in 1:56 and 1 with Sam Widger in the bike. Number 5 is Tom's Challenger. Jason Thompson will now drive for Herman Hagerman, who co-owns with Martin Yoder. 0 for 15 on the season, does have 6 second and 3rd place finishes combined. Last time out was 3rd at Lisbon, even after a break at the start. Rounding out the field of 6 is Censure Vic. Charlie Myrick trains and drives for the Second Chance stable. 1 win, 2 seconds, and a 3rd in 8 seasonal starts. Last time out was 2nd at Lisbon. 2 back was 3rd at Painesville.
Looks like we may be going to give him a turn. Yep.
Okay. So the one I rushed through, I didn't need to rush through it. So. Republic Return, like I mentioned earlier, 13 wins last year, has $107,000 lifetime and a mark of 156 this year at Scioto Downs.
I like the looks of this Tom's Challenger. He's made some breaks untimely. I think it was Cortland. He started as making a break at the start and back like 6 lengths, but I think it was probably closer to 16 or so, and then closed really good to be a relatively close third.
If you believe in omens, a clean line, a break, a clean line, a break, a clean line, a break, and so that would mean today would be a clean
Tonight's
line.
the night. Yep.
There's no wood to knock on, so I apologize to the connections. We were motoring right along. I don't know if there's an equipment issue or someone. All the gates are shut, so all 6 are on the track. Trying to get that last bit of pari-mutuel money in.
Yep, that's what I think. God.
For those who may have missed it, Darren Harvey will drive number 1, Big Limo. Don Irvine will now drive the 3, Republic Return. Jason Thompson will get the call on Tom's Challenger, the 5. Your post-time favorite is number 4, Chapter 12 at 3 to 5. Second choice is the 3, Republic Returns at 7 to 5.
Thank you for coming out to support the harness racing program here at Richland County Fair. I also thank everyone who was watching and listening at home via the live broadcast on the OHHA, who's been doing every fair in the state of Ohio this year. A great program that they started a few years ago. They're at the top of the stretch for the 7th race, purse $5,967, a field of 6 for the 7th race. It's our getaway race, and here they come. They're off and trotting except for Republic Return. Also losing stride, Tom's Challenger, as they will move on into the first turn. It's Chapter 12. Chapter 12 goes to the lead. Venture Vic is along the outside. Big Limo is at the rail in third. Now Big Limo is off stride. You Got It, Max is now in third. Further on back then to Tom's Challenger and Republic Return, the trailer, as they move on up the backstretch for the first time. And with the lead, it's Chapter 12. Chapter 12 leads them by almost 2 lengths over Venture Vic, who's there in second. You Got It, Max is third. Opening quarter, 32 and 3. Big Limo is further back in fourth. Off stride again, Tom's Challenger and the trailer, Republic Return, as they will trot around the turn. And Nick Clegg has Chapter 12 out there and on the lead. Venture Vic nose to helmet in second. You Got It, Max is tightened in third, trying to catch the others in fourth. As they come down here in front of the stands, it's Big Limo. Further on back then to Tom's Challenger, and way back to Republic Return as they move on by the half to leader, Chapter 12. In 107 and 1. On into the turn they go. You Got It, Max is along the outside. Venture Vic at the rail. Big Limo continues to make progress in fourth. And Big Limo is off stride again. So it looks to me we're down to 3 as they move on up the backstretch to press on to 3/4. Chapter 12 still the 1. You Got It, Max on the outside second. Third at the rail is Venture Vic. Big Limo back down trotting in fourth. Over there fifth is Tom's Challenger. 140 and 2/5 as they'll move around the final turn. Chapter 12 trying to seal the deal. You Got It, Max on the outside. The long shots trying to upset here as they move around the turn to the top of the stretch. Chapter 12 on the inside. You Got It, Max on the outside. Chapter 12 was playing some cat and mouse here. You Got It, Max is still coming, but it's Chapter 12. Chapter 12 will win. You Got It, Max finishing second. Venture Vic was third.
212 and 2/5.
212 and 2.
I think Ayers said it exactly right. It looked like Nick Clegg and Chapter 12 were just toying with them a little bit. Coming into the final turn, though, you had a pair of 99 to 1 shots chasing down the 3 to 5 favorite.
I think the only trifecta that's been covered tonight was the 4-horse field. which I would have to go back and watch the replay, but I mean, just glancing up.
Yesterday we had a couple trifectas that paid over $100.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's kind of what I meant when I said, I'm glad we got to race them today. It wouldn't be good for anyone. I mean, the horsemen want to race, even if it had to be tomorrow morning. But, I mean, there's a lot of the guys back there were saying, like there's a lot of them are going to Berea or Urbana or something like that, and it would have been tough to get back out here.
Day.
Yep.
So Nick Clegg picks up his second win of the day. Second win of the 2-day meet here. So your leading driver will be a tie, Mark St. Louis Jr. and Don Irvine Jr. Maybe we'll put, if we had to put them in alphabetical order, we would put Mark St. Louis first since it was his birthday.
Okay.
On the training side, Dan Hale with 3 wins, 2 yesterday and 1 today. Today, Benny Clegg was the only one to double up, along with Nick Clegg. Unofficially second, You Got It Max, Keith Cash Jr. Unofficially third was the 6th, Censure Vic. So, time of that mile, 2:12 and 2. Contest to see how fast you can tear the equipment down today.
Yeah.
What's your record?
Yesterday was actually pretty good. We hit a couple snags, but
of What the Hill. At a Lady Cinderella by Lear Julia. Owned and trained by Betty Clegg. Nick Clegg is the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:12 and 2. Max second, Republic returns 6. Chapter 12, the winner. Tom's Challenger 5th, Venture Vic 3rd. 4-2-6, 153, 32 and 3, 107 and 1, 140 and 2 fifths, 212 and 2. With
that, we will wrap it up here from Mansfield, Ohio, in the Richland County Fair. We want to appreciate everyone for sticking with us through the 1-hour rain delay. 8 o'clock, and we got all 7 in, so an hour and a half, 15-minute clip, so not too bad. That means you get to go home and put the graphics together for Urbana, Berea,
Attica.
And Attica. So you
forgot about Attica. Oh boy.
So no rest for the weary for you, Mr. Clark.
Nope. Excellent job by Ayers and the horsemen today, though. Yep. Like you said, getting through these, with the threatening weather, really all day long.
And thank you, Matt, for getting here early, getting the equipment set up for the 5:30 post time, and then having me show up and say, hey, Matt, I just heard on the backstretch that it started at 6:30. Your face, you were not very happy.
Well, I never know if you're kidding or not, but you had a pretty serious look on your face, so I kind of knew.
So on behalf of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, Matt Clark and Jay Wolf signing off here from Mansfield, Ohio. And if you're in the area, stop by a county fair or a pari-mutuel track near you. Have a good night, everyone.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Cool Winds Farm, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State University Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.